Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Debbie from the Maui Vacation Company. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you today. I have your confetti all lined up for you. Are you so excited? You just graduated careers on vacation.
I cannot believe how fast 12 weeks went. Um, it's been amazing, though. I've been in tourism since 2003, and I had to leave the island in 2017 for health reasons. But my vacation company's always been in here. I've always wanted to um, adapt. The program we have now is just vacation rentals, like condominiums. And, times are changing. So I wanted to expand our services. And I found you on Instagram, and
I love it. And you already had
this
kind
is
of
the person
your
that can help me.
Yeah, and you already had kind of a business model started, and this was kind of to expand and branch out, which I love working on those types of projects is like figuring out how it makes sense to kind of take it to the next level and kind of up level it. I love that. What do you feel like have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program?
Um, I think the most helpful part of it was that you guys broke it down into the modules. So I didn't have to, I'm a details person, and I can get bogged down with, well, what happens after they click this? And, trying to think of the whole workflow from the beginning and having the modules, knowing I was going to get there. I was able to say, okay, I'm just going to focus on this one piece this week. The rest will reveal itself later. So being able to take time to think about who your ideal client is, um, super important. Actually met somebody that was my ideal client at a co-working space I was in. And I think it's partially because I had that on my radar. I
Mm.
was thinking about this person and one showed up. So for me, it was having everything organized where I wouldn't get off on a tangent thinking about something else that wasn't important right now. Having the website be the super duper amazing thing. And you guys are like, these are the three things it needs to do,
Yeah.
you know?
Let's
So
laser focus this.
yeah, so having someone to rein me in and know we were going to get to the other pieces, um, having the Q&As with you, um, and the Facebook group, just meeting other people and building each other up. Hey, that's awesome. They would give me ideas. Um, so the curriculum itself is comprehensive.
Mhm.
Breaking it down was super important, and having a community was huge. I didn't feel like I was building this thing in a bubble. I live in Santa Cruz, California, so as much as I would love to walk out to the beach on Maui for inspiration, um, trying to stay in that zone,
Yeah.
um, the program really helped with that.
I love that. And that's such a important, like when you get into this industry and you've owned a business before, so you know like how many roads and how like much chaos can until you get it dialed into a place where it's working and it's like repeat and in a place where it's just functioning for you. And I love that what you said about how everything is organized because we put so much thought into not too much too soon and then teach this part and this is really what you need to focus on because there's so many programs out there that are filled with so much fluff, right? And so when we built ours, it was really about what is exactly what they need to know to get conversions and to kind of get in that zone, like you said, get in that zone. And maybe you're not in Maui, but how do we get you into the mindset of let's market for Maui and then do that in a very systematical way where you're using processes and you're using automations and you're using all of those pieces to kind of get your message out there. So yeah, organization. You know, from being in the mastermind, I'm an organizational nerd from everything from planning
I
to the
love
curriculum.
that.
I
You're my
know it's
people.
because it really, if you can be, or and it's when you're doing something new, organization is so important and not going on 18 different, if you chase eight rabbits, you're not going to catch any of them. And just really knowing what works and what's good, and like getting the noise and the junk out of your system to go, this is what I need to focus on, do this piece, then this piece, and this piece, and then I'm going to get to the success. So I love that you brought that up. That doesn't always come up on some of these case studies, because it's just kind of like, it's a given that it will be that way, but not every program is. And we do a lot of work to keep ours dialed in. So I love that. Now let's talk about mindset. You know that mindset is a big thing that we have integrated all through our program to get you thinking like that CEO, getting you in that place where you're doing things with an intention. How did the mindset work impact you either in your life or business as you went through the program?
Well, I love my journal. Little plug.
Yeah.
Um, Putting that into my routine was good. I've always been kind of a gratitude person, but this was something that I could go to every day and, you know, think through. It kind of turned into a to-do list some days, like, oh, I can't forget to do this and that. Um, but yeah, I think even the mindset part's gonna continue to be a huge factor for me. Getting this thing launched has been the focus, but with that comes feedback.
Yeah.
Um, so I think the mindset part's going to something I continue to do because that's where, you know, some of the things start coming at you and you have to stay the course, know that what you're doing um, matters to you and it's going to matter to your clients and the rest of it's just noise. So I can definitely see myself staying plugged into the mindset stuff far beyond graduation.
Yeah, I love that. And this can be a very isolating career because you're at home by yourself. It's not like the old days when I started, when you're in an office and there's someone next to you can ask a question. So I think that community and that mindset part is critical. It is for me. I still work on that every single day. As you guys know, I share my process through the through the mastermind, and just like you, like if I open up my drawer right here, guess what's in it, Debbie? Guess what? My little one, just like I give you guys when you start, right? So I love that. Now talk to me a little bit about when you first found us. What was the process like for you to decide, yes, this is who I want to work with? Is there anything that you had to overcome, or was there anything that kind of, what was that process like for you personally?
Yeah, the universe works in interesting ways. I'd always had this in the back of my mind, and I was on Instagram, and I think I came across the hashtag. It was like travel agent life, or so I kind of went down that wormhole into the whole travel thing, and I came across you, and I devoured everything on your YouTube channel, and I was like, this lady's got it figured out. There's tons of parallels actually between the travel business and real estate, which I did for, the same amount of time. And, you know, looking ahead, seeing potential problems, um, and all of that. So I could tell that you knew your stuff. And I was actually traveling when it came time for my first call. And you know, I was getting ready to come back home and get back to the grind. And um, I just didn't want to do that anymore. And everybody knows my two favorite things to talk about is Maui and my dog Mahina. And when I was traveling, all my family was like, what are you doing now? And I'm like, well, here's this thing I'm going to do next summer. Like, wow, that's amazing. So when I had my first call, I was prepared, to make the investment. And, it's always kind of a little, you know, am I doing the right thing? But because I could tell from Instagram and YouTube, this lady knows her stuff, and I didn't want to go it alone.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah, I could just tell from your content that you were you were all in on it. This wasn't a hobby.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
Yeah,
that
I
was an
learned a
easy
lot in 30
decision.
years, and I think just as much as I love travel, I really love educating and teaching. So I love that you said that. And also I think being a business owner, and I've owned other businesses, right? Uh Running a business you don't know anything about is a recipe for disaster if you don't have a mentor or help or a roadmap. So when I created our program and how it even came to be, just to give you a little history, is like I had peers coming to me going, can you tell me how you did that? Like, how are you having this
Mm-hmm.
huge success? How are you? And I realized, because I had been training travel agents from way back in the 90s. That was my first job after being a travel agent, was training travel agents. I was like, oh my gosh. And I just had that heart to share and to teach. I was like, there is a gap in people getting it. There is a gap in like, and I was like, no wonder it took me 10 years to get my own agency into a place where it had systems and processes and flow and all of the stuff. And that's how the whole idea was born. I was like, I can help people like get to the next level easier. So I love that you brought that up. And you know, a part of people, I even asked me too, they're like, Cyndi, you share so much for free online. But Debbie will tell you the good stuff, you guys, is in the program. That's where all the secrets, where all the secrets are spilled. I will always have a heart to share. I will always do free content. But listen, I can only get so much across in a 10, 15-minute YouTube video. If you're in class with us for 12 weeks, and not just me, all of our instructors and all of that good stuff are there to help for sure. Debbie, what would you tell that person who is in that consideration phase? They're on the fence. They're like, oh my gosh, there's all this different information on the internet about getting started as a travel agent. Why should they pick Careers on Vacation? Or if they're on the fence, what would you want that person to know that maybe you didn't know?
It's incredibly important to pick the right coaching program. And I have nothing bad to say about Careers on Vacation. I had background in the industry, but I knew that there was a lot of things I didn't know. And if I had gone this alone, I would have quit by now. I would have been so overwhelmed, probably been deploying marketing I hadn't really thought through, been spending money on that to have it not work. And, you know, Jamie told me it's kind of like a semester in college or community college, and
Yep.
It totally is. It totally is. So if you want to not be a hobby business and you 100% want to do this full time, COV is the investment that you need to make. It might be a little scary at first, but for me, because I made that investment, I felt more accountable.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you're going to do this and then you're not going to show up for calls or, you know, use your mentor as a resource and all of that. Yeah, I would have 100% given up on this if I hadn't had Careers on Vacation. I have no doubt.
Oh, I love that. It just shows that the support system, having that support, having that roadmap makes such a big difference for sure. And guys, if you want to learn a little bit more, seriously, just go over to the website, careersonvacation.com, and it will walk you through everything that's included in the program. Just like Debbie shared with you, you get access to our mem site. All of our training is on demand. You can do it whenever is good for you. And that's important because everyone has different schedules. And you get to work with my entire team. We have the best in the industry, mentor-wise, instructor-wise, expert-wise, to help you with your travel business. And I'm not sure what number case study we're on, but we have hundreds of case studies on YouTube just showing the types of results we get for our clients. So visit us over at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to apply for the program. And our application process is really easy. We're really just going to have a conversation with you to understand what your goals are. If your goals are in alignment with how we train people and how we support them, then we will invite you to officially apply for the program. If not, we'll still give you some great tips. You'll get some clarity on your next steps, and you can kind of go from there. But I want to say, Debbie, congratulations. I'm going to send you off with some more confetti. Congratulations on everything that you've accomplished so far, getting that momentum in your business. And I can't wait to see what you do in the next year. And you're not going too far. You're just going over to our grad community. So I'll see you over there, my friend. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Cyndi.
Bye, Debbie.
Bye.
Like the rainbow.
guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.